Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Football is back. Week 1 predictions, picks, spreads, overs, all that good stuff. I'm here with Moody and Isaiah. How we doing today?
Let's get it in, Eric. I ain't trying to waste no time. Football is here. We're all super excited. I'm ready to rock.
Isaiah, how we doing?
Are you ready for some football?
We're not
Big
singers
Bang.
here. But, hey,
Big Ben got rid of that one.
that was the
All
best
right.
song. You hate to see it.
No, Faith Hill on Sunday night was the best.
Oh, fair.
I'm sorry, Carrie Underwood does her job, but Faith Hill, it will forever be the GOAT. All right, let's get it started. All right, so we're going to start with my team, Carolina. We're going through the 1 o'clocks, then the 4 o'clocks, then prime times. So we're going to start in Cleveland in the dog pound. Carolina is a 1.5 favorite, over under 41.5.
You want to start it off here, Eric, or you want us to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to take Cleveland to cover, and the over-under is 41.5. 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Cleveland to win like 21 to like 10. My bold prediction for this game is Myles Garrett, 3+ sacks, Baker Mayfield, 2+ interceptions. Cleveland loves to see their old former teammate. That young, inexperienced Carolina offensive line is the mismatch that causes to go haywire for the Panthers. I think the Panthers will still be good. I just think this is a bad matchup, and it's a revenge game, and I think Myles Garrett's going to be hunting.
It's not a revenge game for Cleveland, though.
It's a revenge game for Baker Mayfield, and that's why I think me and Eric will be on the same page here. The Panthers are going to get done right here. The offensive line issues are, of course, a thing, so I think this is a clear under. Definitely take the under, but I'm going with the better quarterback here. Baker Mayfield, pissed off, playing angry. He's healthy. He's got good weapons around him. I don't expect him to lose Jacoby Brissett on opening weekend. I think there's going to be too much stuff in the air going on with Cleveland. I don't love their offensive talent outside of to pair along with their quarterback situation. It's just, yeah, I think the Panthers are the better football team. I think they get the job done here. Their defense is underrated. I don't expect Jacoby Brissett to be moving the ball that well.
I mean, absolutely. If Deshaun Watson was here, it would be a completely different story. But Jacoby Brissett will be taking snaps, and Baker Mayfield greater than Jacoby Brissett. The revenge game for Baker. He'll be fired up. I got Carolina 1.5 and the under.
Okay.
All right. So next game we got Pittsburgh heading to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 6.5 point favorite, over under 44.5.
I'm going to start with this is so tough because last year Pittsburgh used the week 1 defense ahead of offense game plan to beat up on the Bills. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win, but I'm going to take the Steelers to cover. And the over-under is, you said 44.5. This game screams 24-10. I mean, 24-20. 24-20. I take the Bengals to win a close one, but I think the Steelers cover.
Yeah, I am mostly in agreement. I think Pittsburgh's got a real shot on Sunday. This is what Pittsburgh does. It's opening week, a little bit of a Super Bowl loss hangover for the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are the better team. They'll have a better season overall, but here in this week 1 trap, they're not going to know what to expect from Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their defense is still that defense. Yeah, I got Pittsburgh covering and the under.
Yeah, the under is easy. I think that's one of the easier ones of the week. I'm going to take Cincinnati. It's right inside the football number of 7. I will take Cincinnati. I'll eat the points. I'm not going to like it at all, but I'm going to take it. All right, so let's move on. We got Indianapolis heading to Houston. Indianapolis 7.5 point favorites, over under 45.5.
I'm ringing the bell. Upset alert, upset alert, upset alert. The Colts struggle in the Frank Wright era, struggle in the beginning of the season. While I think the Texans will probably win 3 games max. A couple years ago, the Jags only won 1 game, and it was against the Colts on opening night. I think the Colts' biggest problem is that they're starting a new quarterback every year. Maybe Matt Ryan has the best veteran leadership of them all, but Phillip Rivers is pretty up there too. So I'm going to take the Texans to win and cover, and you got the over-under set at
45 and a half.
45.5. I got to take the under if the Texans are winning. I'll take the under, Texans to win, Texans to cover, upset alert.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with Isaiah. This seems like a nice little trap game to start the season for the Indianapolis Colts. Colts probably still win the game. I don't love the run defense matchup on a cover 2 team against Jonathan Taylor. You got to switch up what you do to slow him down. I always worry about teams having to change what they do to stop a player. But I think the Texans could definitely hang in this one. Colts are still just getting their feet underneath them. Poor taste in their mouth from last season. I wouldn't be surprised if Houston got out of here at all. Houston will cover, and I'll take the under because Houston doesn't win football games with overs, unless it's the Chargers, of course.
Well, if you watched our preview show awards, I have the Indianapolis Colts winning the Super Bowl this year. And if they lose to Houston, there's a fucking problem. I am going to take Houston because for the spread of outside the football number. That is my gambling mind thinking. My heart wants me to take Indianapolis, but I'll take Houston to cover and the under. All right, so let's move on to Philadelphia heading to Detroit. The kneecappers. We got Philly minus 4.5 over under 48.5.
Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Last year, the Philadelphia Eagles came into Detroit and demolished the Detroit Lions. If they want to do what I think they're going to do this year, this is a revenge game for them. I'm going to pick them to win, pick them to cover. It's 4.5. 4.5, yeah. Pick the Detroit Lions to win, pick them to cover clearly. And the over-under, I'm taking the over. I think this is going to be a high-paced game still because Philly got a good defense, but I think Detroit's offense will give them some fights. And Detroit's defense is not that amazing yet to be seen.
Yeah, last year Philly beat that ass. And I don't know if they'll beat that ass the same way they did last year, but I think Philly covers this game pretty easily. It's going to be I think it'll be a slower pace. Both these teams want to run the football, rely on their offensive lines to protect their quarterbacks. And I think Philly's just more built to do that, especially up front. Those D tackles versus the Detroit interior offensive line might be the matchup of the week, underratedly. And I'm excited to see it, but I think Philly's a better football team here across the board. Detroit will give it a fight, as they always do, but 4.5 is just low enough for me to think Philly will cover the spread here. I'll take Philly and the under.
We all know the cover that happened week 1 with these Detroit Lions. The game that made them the cover gods. You got to take Detroit. You got to. Have to. And I'll take the under as well because this will be an ugly game. All right, let's continue. We will head down to the ATL where New Orleans is taking a trip. New Orleans is favored by 5.5, over under 42.5.
Ring it again. Keep ringing the week 1 upset bell. Jameis Winston comes out shaky. 3 interceptions. Atlanta's defense is bad still probably, but he'll probably be making bad decisions. I think Atlanta is in a good territory to steal a game here. I think Atlanta has the better offensive coach versus New Orleans' defensive coach. And I think it's a classic week 1 divisional upset. I don't think Atlanta has a super bright future ahead of them. I think New Orleans will probably be better, but I don't think New Orleans is way better. So I think Atlanta sneaks up on them. Hopefully we can see Kyle Pitts making big plays with Drake London on the field.
Yeah, I think Atlanta covers here, definitely. I like Arthur Smith's coaching more than I like Dennis Allen. I think Atlanta will be able to keep the game close just off of scheming things up. And obviously, Jameis Winston, first game back from the ACL, he might not be as good a rhythm as he normally is in. And I don't love it. And I don't love New Orleans' weapons with Jameis Winston being kind of rocky. Michael Thomas is dealing with the hamstring. We don't even know if he's going to play. So yeah, I'll take Atlanta to cover here. I think they'll keep it close. Don't know if they'll win, but they'll keep it close. And 42.5, I'll take the over very slightly. I think Atlanta's going to have to score points to win the game.
I'll also take the over. I think I forgot to say that.
Well, I'll take the under. We all remember, again, flashback week 1. Remember, Jameis Winston beat the MVP Aaron Rodgers in week 1. So he is prone. He has shown he can have hot starts because that's usually what it does. Start fast. He's like a bottle rocket. Shoots up real quick, dies soon after. So I will take New Orleans and the under. All right, let's keep it moving. Still in the 1 o'clock slate. We have Baltimore taking a visit to New Jersey to face the Jets. Baltimore 6.5-point favorites, over under 44.5.
Clearly, we're gonna keep ringing the bell because Joe Flacco revenge game. Oh no. Baltimore. This looks like that Baltimore game that they played against the Miami Dolphins the year they were tanking. Baltimore walks into MetLife and they whoop that ass, and it's over because Baltimore will probably get the over by themselves.
Yeah, this is a clear Baltimore runaway victory and cover. Lamar Jackson starts off his betting on myself contract tour with the guy who last did it for the Baltimore Ravens, won the Super Bowl, and got overpaid. Joe Flacco, now Lamar Jackson. I expect 5 total touchdowns from Lamar in this one. He's going to be amazing, spectacular, all world. And Joe Flacco has to start. That's just a bummer for everybody. So, yeah, Baltimore wins, they cover, and the over.
If you haven't caught on to what I am doing week 1, a lot of unders, whole lot of unders. I'm going to go Baltimore easy. I mean, they're just in every facet of the game better than the Jets. There's no one spec that they're better at, I think. So Baltimore, and I will take the under. Let's keep it moving. I believe this is the last 1 o'clock game of the slate. We have New England and Bill Belichick's misery in Miami. New England's going to Miami. Miami's -3.5, over under 46.5.
Let me kick this off for my Dolphins and my guy Tua Tagovailoa, who will continue his undefeated streak versus Bill Belichick, making it a perfect 4-0. We know Bill Belichick and the Patriots struggle in Miami. It's September. It's going to be hot, humid, nasty. I'm not expecting a very fun trip for the New England Patriots. I will take Miami to win. I'll take Miami to cover, and I will take the over because I think Miami's offense comes out gangbusters against a New England team that's struggling to find their identity right now.
I agree with everything Moody said.
Moody, you took the over?
Yeah, I took the over.
I agree with everything Moody said. The Dolphins are just better than the Patriots, and I just think this is the year that we find out. Even though of the Jalen Hurts, Tua, Mac Jones trio, I think Mac Jones is the best quarterback of the 3. Got the best coaching of the 3. He's also throwing to the most nobodies of the 3. So until I see that New England offense do something, I'm only gonna. The best thing I can say, they might look like the Giants offense from last year. But yeah, I'm gonna say they'll look better than that.
Disrespect, bro.
Cover your eyes.
Now let's remember,
see that.
They won't be that bad because they won't be playing Mike Glennon or Jake Fromm, who are not in the league anymore. But I'm gonna take Miami to cover, and I'll take what's the over
46.5.
This screams 24-21, so I'll take the under.
Yeah, I'm going to go Miami as well, just because of the woes the Patriots usually have in Miami. When this game is in New England later this season, I'm going to be picking New England. I don't even know the spread, don't need to know it. New England that game, but this is Miami's game. They're amped up. They're revamped. They're going to be fired up for this game, and I'll take the under because that's the trend that I'm going on.
All right, we actually have 2 more 1 o'clock games.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to Chi-Town. I'm gonna go first. This is my lock of the week. San Francisco -6.5 against Chicago. Over under is 40.5. Hit the under. Chicago might get shut out this game. Justin Fields gonna have a brutal week 1 facing this defense, and my Nick Bosa defensive player of the year. Like, I got to pick that defense to be great.
Hey, since Eric, you love flashing back to last year, Justin Fields had the best game of his life against the San Francisco 49ers. 175 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, another 100 on the ground and a touchdown, and none of that will matter. San Francisco is about to beat the hell out of these guys because Chicago has, frankly, the worst roster in the NFL, especially on the offensive line. Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, whoever else, they're going to feast on that group. Justin Fields is not going to have any time, and then the guys he's throwing the ball to aren't inspiring anyway. I feel for my guy right here, man. I feel for him so much. He doesn't deserve what's coming to him.
They're doing him so dirty.
They're doing him so dirty. He doesn't deserve this, but it is what it is. He has to take his lumps. I will take the Niners to win and to cover, and I'll take the under. Chicago's defense might be able to keep him in it for a little bit of time, but the offense won't have a chance.
Make it ring, keep it going. I mean, San Francisco is way better than the Chicago Bears. I'm starting Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, Trey Lance in every league I can because I can easily just see Kyle Shanahan just toying with these guys offensively, getting the confidence up for his new quarterback. Over and give me the over because San Fran might score 35 points easily in this game.
All right, let's keep it moving. Jacksonville heading up to our nation's capital. Washington is favored by 2.5, over under 44.5.
This is the time. This is the time for the Jacksonville Jaguars to finally show that they are a competent NFL franchise. Doug Peterson has familiarity with the NFC East. I don't trust Carson Wentz. I like Jacksonville here. I'll take Jacksonville to cover the spread, and I'll take the over. I don't like Washington's secondary. I think Trevor Lawrence will be able to make plays over their heads. All he has to do is evade a little bit of pressure from that offensive line. No Chase Young, obviously. I think this matches up really well for Jacksonville to have a good start to their season. That may not get any better from here. I'll take Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'll take Jacksonville as well. I think also, and a slept story for this year is the reunion of Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence back together. I think that will be a dynamite duo this year. And the under.
I'm taking Jacksonville as well because I think their defense will do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's fast, athletic, young. I think the offense will be good enough. Is it good enough for me to take the over? Can they score 28 points? I think Washington scores at least 17 still. I think Washington puts up a good fight. I think this is a sneaky contender for game of the week between two teams that are probably just going to be, at best, 8-win teams. But I think it's going to be a good game. Give me Jacksonville. Give me the over. I think Carson Wentz wants to show something to his old former coach that he's going to want to stick it to him a little. So I think
are we confusing competitiveness with quality? Is that what we're doing, Isaiah? Will it be the most competitive game of the 1:00 slate, or will it actually be a good football game?
I think Scary Terry makes a couple amazing plays. I think we see Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence make some good plays. I think it's the local game, so it's the game that'll be on the biggest TV for me. But actually not mine. But I think it'll be a good game. Let's move on.
All right. Moody, you took Jacksonville and the under or over?
Over.
Okay. All right, let's keep it going. Las Vegas at LA facing the Chargers. Chargers 3.5-point favorites, over under 52.
I find myself thinking that all year long for these AFC West matchups, I'm just going to take the home team. I'll take LAC to cover, get the Justin Herbert hype going. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. I want to see that. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Scared that J.C. Jackson is out because that's going to open because those are some weapons that the Raiders have. But I'm going to believe in Justin Herbert and hope that he gets the revenge that they need from missing out in the playoffs last year versus this Raiders team.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of a bump in the road for the Chargers and Justin Herbert in week 1. I like the Raiders here. The J.C. Jackson injury is massive. It's absolutely massive. They don't have anybody to cover a top 3 receiver in the NFL. That's going to be a problem. Super excited for Darren Waller versus Derwin James. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. But outside of that, I don't really see how the Chargers can defend this Raiders receiving core. I like the Raiders secondary better. I think they'll be able to make a couple of more plays just because the J.C. Jackson injury Mike Davis and Asante Samuel. Yeah,
but
I don't love it.
I'd take both. I think those guys will both start for the Raiders secondary is probably the worst thing on their team other than their offensive line. At least their offensive
I
line
think it's the
has.
offensive line, but I like Nate Hobbs is underrated. I'm a big fan of Trayvon Moehrig as well. Abraham, you don't love in coverage, but Abraham can make a play or two on the football as well. I just think that in opening week, Chargers are getting new to a whole bunch of brand new players. Raiders had a chance to early upset here. Their team, the Raiders fans in Los Angeles.
All right, Eric.
All right, yeah.
Break it down.
I have the Chargers in this one. I'm not confident with J.C. Jackson out, but I'll still take the Chargers. And this is one of the two games I am taking the over on. And shout out to us not being a Stephen A. Smith and picking the Chargers to score the most points in week one than picking the Raiders. Moving on.
Moving on to the game that I'm going to have to watch the most, probably on Sunday.
Yeah, so the New York Giants facing the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Tennessee's -5.5, over under 43.5. Potential for worst game of the week.
Why does it got to be the worst game of the week? I mean, we got New Orleans playing Atlanta. Miami and New England are never great games, but this got to be the game. I think this is going to be a decent game. I think the Giants offense comes out looking good, but I still think the injuries to both of the top pass rushers on the Giants just screams meh. But also Tennessee will be missing their top pass rusher, so I think it's going to be more explosive than people think. What's the over under?
43.5.
Yeah, I'll take the over, but I'll take Tennessee to cover because I don't know if they're way better, but I can't bank on the Giants to win this. I can't see the Giants not losing by a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, this game reminds me of this. That's what this game is. This is gross. I like Tennessee here to cover. They're at home. They're a little more cohesive. They have better chemistry. They're bringing back the coach of the year, Mike Vrabel. I still really like their offensive line and their ability to run the football. The Giants are going to be playing a lot of small guys, a lot of DBs on the field, a lot of nickel defense, and I think that's not going to match up very well with Derrick Henry and Rain. I think will be enough to drive the Giants to mission. I expect a low-scoring, ugly football game. Giants are just now getting into a new scheme, new offensive coordinator. Still don't trust Daniel Jones very well, and Mike Vrabel has made better quarterbacks look worse than what Daniel Jones will probably look like on Sunday. I'll take the Titans to cover and the under.
Yeah, Tennessee by 1 million and the under as well.
By 1 million now. I don't think this is the NFL still. Go ahead, next game.
All right, Kansas City is going to Arizona. Kansas City's -5.5, over under 53.5.
I think Kansas City comes out firing just like the Bills did last night. I think, and no D-Hop for the Arizona Cardinals. They'll be looking to see if they could get production from Rondell Moore or AJ Green, who looked a little washed last year. But give me my homie, Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid. Sorry, Arizona. This is not the time you want to be playing this type of game with the situation Arizona is. So I'll take the over as well because Kyler Murray will still probably make some electric plays. We know what the Chiefs offense is. I'll take Kansas City to cover and the over.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Isaiah. I think the Chiefs take care of business here on the road. Exciting, like very, very exciting matchup between these two quarterbacks. Wish DeAndre Hopkins was out there. I think that'll be enough for Steve Spagnuolo to muck up the works in coverage. They'll be able to get some decent pass rush on them. Yeah, Mahomes is going to go out there. He's going to do his thing. He's still going to be the best quarterback in the NFL. May not be as explosive as they normally are, but he'll find a way to put points on the board. Travis Kelce's still out there. I like the Chiefs big here, cover and the over.
Kansas City and the under. So let's continue on. Green Bay -1.5 heading to Minnesota, over under 46.5.
I'll go ahead. You go ahead.
Give me Minnesota to cover. Give me Minnesota to win. And I think last year we saw that Minnesota beat Green Bay at home. I think Minnesota's a better team, better coaching. I think Green Bay has more to. I think Green Bay won't know what Minnesota will be doing this in this game, and I think Green Bay will also be doing that while trying to adjust to life without Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard is doubtful. So who Aaron Rodgers will be throwing the ball to will probably be the two rookies, Dodds and Watson.
Watson and
I know
Dubs.
Watson. But what's the other guy?
Romeo Dubs.
Romeo Dubs. There's a U in there. Okay. Give me the over.
Yeah.
Give me the over.
Yeah, I hate to keep the agreement line going, but I think this is as good a position as Minnesota's really been in ever to go overtake Green Bay here. Rodgers missing Adams and his now top receiving weapon. I think Minnesota's defense will be able to hold strong enough against the Packers' run game that they won't let Rodgers just be able to beat them single-handedly. I like Minnesota here at home, opening week, new coach, offense is healthy. That the Minnesota offense versus the Green Bay defense is the best matchup of the week in the NFL. That's going to be super duper exciting. I'm excited to see Justin Jefferson versus Jaire Alexander. That's gonna be gangbusters. But I like Minnesota here to cover at home, and I'll take the over. Rodgers is still gonna find a way to keep the pressure on and make them score points.
Yeah, I have Minnesota winning the division, so they have to beat Green Bay in this game, I think, to do that. So I will take Minnesota. And 46.5 is, I feel like, kind of low for these two offenses. This is the second game of my two that I'm taking the over for. So let's continue on. We will go to Sunday Night Football. Tampa Bay -2.5 at Dallas. Over under 50.5.
They're in this black bag, right?
I guess I'll go first, and we'll save Moody's bias for the end. Last year they put on a classic. I think the Cowboys just took too much. The Tyron Smith injury is just not here at the right time, so I'm gonna have to take Tampa Bay to cover. This over/under is interesting because I think Tampa Bay will not be. I don't think Tampa Bay scores 35 points easily. But I don't know how much Dallas is going to score. I think it's a bad matchup because they'll stop the run. So I gotta take the under. I'll take Tampa Bay to cover, and I'll take the under.
Yeah, I am going to take Tampa Bay as well, and I am taking the under as well.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you guys. I think I don't like the Cowboys here in week one. Just the Tyron Smith injury is too big. It's going to be tough. Tom Brady just finds a way. I'm hoping that his off the field problems will be too much in his head, and then that will give the Cowboys the chance to steal this. But we'll see. I like Tampa Bay here. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The Cowboys are going to have a surprisingly really good defense this year. I think that's going to be something that's going to be well represented right away. Bucks have offensive line issues. That's perfect for the best defensive player in the league, Michael Parsons, to take advantage of. But, yeah, this feels like 24-20, 27-24, something in that area. I don't think this – I'll take the Bucks to cover in the end.
All right, let's go to Sunday night. We have another revenge game coming to Seattle with Danger Russ coming to town. Denver -6.5 against Seattle.
I think we'll all be chalk here.
Yeah.
Give me Russell Wilson to get some revenge. What's the over/under? 44.5. Damn. Do I think Seattle will score anything? Yeah, I like DK Metcalf. I like Tyler Lockett. Even if whoever's throwing the ball they'll probably make some plays for them. So I'll take Denver, and I'll take the over, hoping that Denver does enough heavy lifting of that number.
Yeah, I like Denver here too to cover pretty easily, but I'll take the under. I think Seattle has a little bit of an underrated defense, and I don't expect Seattle's offense to be able to move the ball pretty much at all on the Denver defense. Surtain versus Metcalf. Awesome matchup. Can't wait to see it. But Russell Wilson gets a little homecoming, gets some home cooking, gets some easy revenge on Pete Carroll and the Seahawks for shipping them out the door. I like Denver here by a lot. Denver to cover and the under.
All right. Well, there's your week one slate.
Eric, you want to make a pick?
Oh, I mean, Denver and the under. I mean, I think it's very easy for Denver to get this done. Seattle's going to be a bottom 3 team in the league.
All right, I forgot to mention my lock. I went chalk on my lock. Baltimore and that ass beating that they're gonna hand out to the Jets is my lock of the week.
Oh yeah, all right. To round mine out, my lock of the week will be Kansas City over Arizona.
Bold. Speaking of bold, let's make some. I already told you my bold prediction. Myles Garrett, 3 sacks easily. 2 interceptions for Baker Mayfield. Cleveland's defense whoops up on their former quarterback. I don't know if they'll do that to every team they play, but I just don't think Carolina's offensive line will be up to the job of blocking those guys.
All right, my bold prediction will be a career night for Tua Tagovailoa against the New England Patriots. 350 in the air, 3+ touchdowns, including 2 50+ yard bombs to Tyreek Hill, and a dominant Miami Dolphins victory.
Damn. Can Tua
bold.
I want it bold. I want it bold. Bold?
Can Tua
Myles
throw
Garrett
50 yards?
tax, that's not bold.
Can Tua throw it 50 yards? Do we know?
Yeah. Yes, he can.
My bold prediction is going to be Baker Mayfield dookie all over the Browns. He's going to be pissed. He's going to be fired up. Myles Garrett, please don't hurt him. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Let him win. You don't get anything out of it. You'll be fine. Just don't kill my man. No helmets.
No helmets. No helmet. Hey, it's wild that Aaron Donald got to play opening night after swinging 2 helmets, and they was trying to get Myles Garrett out the league. That's crazy.
No, they have nothing to control over practice. Practice is a free fall.
Practice is a free for all. You can commit violent criminal acts in practice because it's practice. That's even more assault. At least in the NFL, it's you allowed in the games to get after it.
From what I've been told from a couple of former players, helmets get swung at people a lot at these practices. It's not the first, and it won't be the last. I'm actually surprised it doesn't happen.
He had one in each hand, and neither one of the helmets were Rams helmets.
All right, that's a good way to end this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, interact, share. 5-tool follower. That's what we're looking for. 5-tool followers. I'll catch y'all next time. Enjoy the first football Sunday of 2022.